Think tank Imani Ghana is accusing the National Communications Authority of doling out a whopping $3.5 million for a consumer cellular mobile satisfaction survey that should cost a few thousands of cedis. Executive Director of Imani, Franklin Kujo, says the survey is not only a cook-up scheme, but the amount involved in the research was completely outrageous. Policy Focus won the bid to conduct the survey on behalf of NCA, but the final report of the research has generated a huge uproar. Head of Consumer and Corporate Affairs of the NCA, Nana Dufie Bedu, says 13,800 respondents were sampled for the survey. The survey is to improve monitoring on quality service delivery by the telcos. But Imani says the supposed research could easily have been conducted in the country's university without incurring anything close to $3.5 million. According to him, Imani spent about 30,000 cedis conducting a similar survey only last year, and for NCA to sink $3.5 million into such a survey is completely unacceptable. The Tema oil refinery lost petroleum products worth over 700,000 Ghana cedis to last week's fire on one of its pipelines. The estimate does not capture the damage caused to the pipeline and the lives lost. The refinery, meanwhile, says it is stepping up measures to ensure areas close to the pipelines are made safe for operations. These officials tell Joy News will include beefing up security at both night and day around the pipelines to clamp down on illegal activities in the area.
The assurance comes after one of the 14-inch pipelines at the refinery went up in flames, resulting in the death of one person and injury to 3 others. Officials at the refinery explain initial investigations revealed that there was a leakage on the 5-kilometer stretch of pipeline transporting naphtha around midday, which later caught fire. Public Relations Manager Abaloku says the tragedy has been traced to encroachment on the pipeline by a refuse dump there.
People tend to throw their rubbish over the wall, and we don't know whether they are combustible material or not. I mean, all you need is a source of fire, and then if there's a leakage at all, then the fire goes off. On our rounds, the day after, that is what we discovered, that some of the companies were putting their rubbish over the wall. And there was a particular point where rubbish had gathered so much, and there was this, it was burning.
Some 300 metric tons of naphtha amounting to $280,000 was lost as a result of the fire. She further outlined the refinery is collaborating with stakeholders to ensure precautionary measures are put in place to ensure the areas close to the pipelines are safe.
Well, we have increased the number of police, the security men who are on the line, who patrol the line, just to ensure that the ward of any persons who may want to, use that pathway. We have gotten to know that people smoke weed and all sorts in the area, which is not, good. So we've gotten the support to help us, clear the area of such people, so that the pipelines are safe and the refinery, ultimately, their own lives.
Repair works have meanwhile begun on the 5.6-kilometer pipeline. Matilda Pamaga for Joy News, Tema.
The current economic challenges which have resulted in the cedi's depreciation and rising inflation are now having impact on the housing market. According to a new report by real estate research firm Housing Data, during the first quarter of 2014, housing prices have experienced an overall hike of between 18.5% and 25%. A year ago, in the Dawenya district of Tema, a 2-bedroom semi-detached and 3-bedroom detached houses were sold for $66,500 and $86,000 as compared with the first quarter of 2014, selling at $85,000 and $105,000 respectively, representing an increase of 23.5% and 19%. In the Kaswa area of the central region, a 2-bedroom semi-detached and a 3-bedroom detached houses which went for $35,000 and $55,000 during the first quarter of 2013, were being sold for $42,000 and $66,000 respectively in the first quarter of 2014. In the Dodowa district also, a 2-bedroom semi-detached and a 3-bedroom detached houses were selling at $72,000 and $120,000 in the first quarter of 2013 were now being sold at 90,000 cedis and $150,000 during the first quarter of 2014, representing an increase of 25% in the price.